right, well, she studies civil engineering at the University of the West Indies, Mona, and in what was supposed to be her final semester, she hit a bump in the road, struggling to pay her tuition and, growing interest. With another roadblock with student loans and COVID-19 coming in to further cripple her finances, she decided to reach out to the Prime Minister via painting. A painting, actually a picture of him, and sharing it on social media with her story as the caption. To tell us more, we welcome Shanna Gale Young, the engineer who is now focusing on some painting as well.
Right.
And doing a lot of great stuff with your work. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, so that story, long and short, you started the whole, you started school.
Right.
And you were, at what stage did you actually start recognizing that there were some issues financially?
Well, honestly, from the start, I knew it would have been hard, but I always believed that my financial circumstances should not determine what I do with my life. So I decided that I want to do engineering. I'm not sure how it will play out, but this is what I wanted to do. And whatever happens, I will stick to it and just try to finish.
How expensive is your school fee?
So the tuition is $10,000 US per year.
Wow. So scale back a little for us. High school, you knew this was where you were headed? You had any, feels for art that time? What was it like for you going through the high school years and heading into university?
Well, in high school, I was always passionate about the sciences as well as the arts because, I did a mixture of subjects in high school, and arts was always a part of that. So the sciences and arts were always things that I was passionate about. I did art at the CSEC level, sciences at CSEC level, but in sixth form I decided to stick to the sciences. So I did the sciences, and I thought, engineering seems like it is where it's at, so I decided,
But what really made that determination for you? Is it that you met a civil engineer? Is it that you saw something on TV, you read a book? It's a career path you're choosing, what was that
career
moment
day
that
at
you
school?
said?
What was it?
I just always liked, I remember actually Dr. Paul Aiken, he came to Holy Child at the time.
HCHS.
Right, and he spoke to us, and I think from then I decided that this is what I wanted to do.
So your career day was what worked for you in
Right.
the sense of starting that off.
Right.
All right.
So now being bold enough to do a painting of our Honourable Prime Minister and putting it out, what went through your head? Did you feel,
Honestly, I was very, very terrified. I've always been very shy, and sharing my work, it was a huge step to take for me. I had the idea for months. I had the painting at home for a while, and I finally decided that it's now or never, and I just, one day I just posted it, and I was just like, this is it.
What was some of the feedback like?
The feedback was very good, overwhelmingly good. It was more than I thought I would have gotten. A couple of people have reached out, and it has been received well. The Prime Minister also reached out, so that was very epic.
Well, that was the aim, to get his attention, to see what could be meted out. And what's going to come of that reaching out from our Prime Minister to you?
Well, I am supposed to meet with him today, so I will find out
if support
more
can
about
be meted out.
During that process, though, going to school, civil engineering, and were you constantly still keeping up with your art? Is it a case where whilst you're studying, you were still doing some sketches, or this kind of reignited that passion?
Yeah, I always did it. Not as much as I'd like to, but I also made cards. So whenever there's a special holiday, or I used to make cards for people. I used to sketch during class sometimes.
Right.
When I had time, I would try, especially during summer breaks. I would, try to keep up with it a bit. But that was just mostly drawings. I didn't get to do much painting because that took more time.
Well, I'm surprised, and I'm actually, kudos to you to recognize that you had a challenge and you tried to find some way of moving forward. It didn't just stop there. How was your family support during the years when things looked like it wouldn't really work out financially?
My family is always supportive. My parents they have been my rock, They support me with everything I do, and they're always there. You know, my mother prays for me.
Right.
They're always there whenever I need them. Whenever I need anybody to talk to, I can always rely on them. It's been very good.
So in terms of, let's say, things work out, we're going to speak it into being.
It will
You're going to get the assistance you need to complete schooling. Do you plan to stay in Jamaica and work? Is there, do you have your sights set on somewhere else to go and...
Well, the plan is to establish myself here first, get all the experience I can, and...
keep growing.
Right.
Is there any particular dream or vision you can share with us in terms of being a civil engineer that you'd like to accomplish?
I was always interested in geotechnical engineering.
We need that.
Yes.
Also,
for those that don't understand what that is, quickly.
So geotechnical engineering is there's structural engineering, there's geotechnical engineering, which is soils. So in terms of testing soils to make sure that the soil can bear load,
withstand,
and kind of
and we can what type of foundation we would need, so things like that. So it's really testing of the soils. Also, I always wanted to do architecture, so it was a dream of mine to complete civil engineering and then maybe venture into architecture.
All right. Well, you have students watching right now that will, might be having challenges. Give them just a few words of encouragement.
Well, I would say don't be afraid to fail. Failure is necessary. If you fail once, fail twice, fail 10 times, don't stop. It builds character, and it really is just a part of life, failure.
All right. So we'll get more art from you moving forward. How can we follow your work?
It's at AniSpy_art on Instagram.
All right.
Keep shining, keep blooming, and we look forward to the solutions that you'll be finding for us in the future.
Absolutely. Look forward to your meeting with the Prime Minister today. All right. Good meeting you, Shaniel.